Ukraine's government is increasingly struggling to fill several key cabinet positions, according to reports, signaling deepening political strain within President Volodymyr Zelensky's administration at a critical moment in the war. President Zelensky currently has no active candidates for the vacant posts of energy and justice ministers, Reuters reports, highlighting the severity of the leadership vacuum at the heart of government. This situation comes after members of Zelensky's inner circle became embroiled in a $100 million corruption scandal, further damaging public trust in his administration. The previous energy and justice ministers were dismissed more than a month ago amid an ongoing graft investigation, leaving crucial portfolios leaderless for weeks. Despite the urgency, replacements for the sacked ministers have not yet been identified, a fact President Zelensky himself acknowledged publicly this week. The appointment process has stalled after 4 potential candidates either withdrew voluntarily or were deemed unfit for the energy minister role, officials said. Zelensky has also failed to appoint a new chief of staff following the resignation of Andriy Yermak on November 28, adding to the leadership gaps. Political pressure on Zelensky has intensified since investigators uncovered a kickback scheme in the energy sector linked to senior officials. The scheme was allegedly masterminded by Timur Mindik, a close associate of President Volodymyr Zelensky, according to the reports. Since the corruption exposé, President Zelensky's approval ratings have declined noticeably, according to results from a recent public opinion survey. An InfoSapiens poll showed that only 20.3% of Ukrainians said they would vote for Zelensky in a future election, reflecting growing voter discontent. Meanwhile, Ukraine's ambassador to the United Kingdom, Valery Zaluzhny, ranked second in the poll with 19.1% support, narrowing the gap with Zelensky. The survey also found that 21.8% of respondents would back a potential political party led by Zaluzhny, signaling rising appetite for alternative leadership. President Zelensky's Servant of the People Party secured just 11.5% support in the poll, marking a sharp fall from its earlier dominance. In October, a month before the corruption scandal emerged, 24.3% of voters said they would support Zelensky, showing a significant drop in approval since then. After the scandal was exposed, Zaluzhny's popularity increased by at least 3 percentage points compared to October, according to the same survey. These developments come as President Zelensky faces mounting pressure from the United States to conduct elections in Ukraine despite the ongoing war. US President Donald Trump has argued that Ukraine is using the war as a reason not to hold elections, saying Ukrainians should still have a choice. Zelensky has responded by saying he is prepared to hold elections once Western allies provide sufficient security guarantees to ensure voting can take place safely. Zelensky has remained in power since 2019, even though his 5-year presidential term officially ended last year. Martial law was imposed in Ukraine in February 2022 after the war began, a legal measure that currently prohibits the holding of national elections.